Hello again, Axel Doodles here with 3 more puzzles and traps to use for your TTRPG. Remember, these are written with D&D in mind, but you can alter them however you want. Feel free to use them in your own game and tell me in the comments how they go. This video is going to have a theme, and that theme is movies. Here are some traps and puzzles that can be used and modified for your games seen on film and TV. Remember, reward your players if they come up with a clever or creative solution to your puzzle or trap. And now, on to the main event. This first puzzle I call the Crystal Light. It's good for a dungeon setting, but it can be used wherever you need it with some alterations. Here's how it works. The players enter a room in a dungeon with a bunch of symbols on the ceiling. They are letters of an ancient version of some modern language of your choice. Make it something weird too, that way the players feel smart for taking it. I used Luxodon. Also in the room are small holes along the top. Have the light source for the room be a large glowing crystal hanging from the ceiling. At some point, have the doors to the room slam shut and sand or water pour in from the holes. Now have them try to translate the letters. Depending on how well they roll on their investigation check is how many words they can translate. With below a 10, have them only translate the word darkness. With up to a 15, have them also get the word leads. And with up to a 19, have them read the phrase darkness leads the way. With a natural 20, have them notice an arrow or some sort of symbol pointing to the crystal. In order to stop the sand or water from trapping them forever, they must find a way to cut the crystal down from where it is hanging. It will break the moment it is separated from the ceiling, and the water and sand will flush away, thus opening a door. Then your players can move on to the next room you have prepared to test them. When I ran this puzzle, I had them in a desert temple, so I used the sand. Also, the temple they were in was upside down. They had to cut the crystal and let it fall to the floor of the temple. Since they were on the ceiling, it wasn't as hard to find a way to cut it.
Snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap!
But they had a hard time with the translating.
I can't read!
This next one is a fun one to give your players some world lore. I'd call it the stacking stones. Here it goes. The players are at a dead end. There's a stack of stones blocking their way. In my game, I had a picture of Kalemvor on the wall beside them. The cleric had to make a religion check to know who it was and some of his backstory. The one thing that was important was that he was imprisoned for 10 years. The players had to pick the 10th stone from the bottom to open the door. I made sure to emphasize that 10 was an important number. If they pull the wrong stone, then have the ceiling collapse before them and force them to take a different way. You could even have them make a dexterity saving throw to not take bludgeoning damage from the falling rocks. You don't have to use lore necessarily either. You could use a riddle with a number for an answer. Here's an example. I'm everything if you turn me on my side, and nothing if you cut me in half. Have the party remove the 8th stone from the bottom to gain passage through the cavern. This next one is a classic, done quite a few times in different variations. It's called the treasure scale. The party enters a room full of treasure, with a scale inside covered in jewels and gold. If anyone from the party takes any treasure from the scale, then they have to make a saving throw to avoid some sort of punishment. It has been done many times because, hey, it works. It shows your players not to be greedy and be careful what they take.
Hello, I like money.
Well, there you go. 3 movie puzzles and traps to test your players. Bonus points to you if you know where these are from. Let me know in the comments if you know and how these worked out in your games. While you're down there, please like and subscribe as well. See you later.